Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Southwest Entrepreneurs Podcast. I am here with guest and yesterday's event sponsor, Brian Bressler of Goosehead Insurance. And Brian, you've only been in Arizona for how long?
It's about 8 months.
Short period of time. He's a newbie, so be nice. And what prompted the move to Arizona of all places? Did you just come party out here in Scottsdale and you're like, this is my spot, man? No.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Yeah,
we were
it's a
here.
fun town.
It is. It is. We first, when I say we, me and my roommate, we visited Phoenix last January for his birthday, and there was a business convention out here.
Nice.
And he said, "Hey, you should come with me." I was like, "Sure, Phoenix. It's a desert. Why would I ever want to live there?" I've never heard. I'm from New Jersey, so it just didn't sound like a real place in the desert. I was like, "Nah, I've never lived there." But we visited, and it was a blast. And when I was applying to companies last January, trying to find a job right after school, Goosehead reached out on LinkedIn, and they said they're opening a new office right in Tempe for their corporate launch, and I just got picked to be on the team. So
nice.
It was kind of a really weird coincidence on how I got here, but it was almost like, I don't know, I felt like I was meant to be here.
No, that's great. And Scottsdale is a great spot, especially for Gen Z people like yourself. There's a lot of people out here that go to multiple universities out here, and so there's a ton of people your age that you all can be that next generation that really sets the tone for future generations on how we continue to be the best people we can be in society. So I appreciate you, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you're not even 25 yet, are you?
Just turned 23.
Yeah, see, he's a young man. So you've learned a lot. We all have a lot more to learn in life. I'm 35. I still got plenty to learn in my life. And, you're one of the good examples in Gen Z that really understands about adding value, about how to truly network, how to build your own events, like you're doing with Closing Table. And Dave thinks the world of you, man. Like when I was filming Nico's presentation, he's like, "Who's next?" I'm like, "Brian." He's like, "I'm gonna introduce him." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, he really thinks highly of you, man. So that's a great connection you guys have, and I love to see that. So really appreciate you sponsoring yesterday's event, though, and just letting people know about yourself, what you do, who you are. What would you say is your favorite part about living in Scottsdale, like now?
I think, I've said it before to a lot of friends and family when I moved out here, I just think it's the opportunity. Just coming from a different area, fresh set of eyes on a very different environment. I think there's so much room for, like you said, networking, meeting people that really care, that want to give back. And they're so accessible. There's free networking events everywhere. And if you're not going to them, you should probably check them out, because there's some big players that just hang around at these events for free that you can just go talk to. And that's kind of how I built my network here. Just showing up consistently, following up, remembering people's names, remembering what they do, inviting them out for coffee. It's really so simple, just to be a human and to make a connection with someone, genuinely care about them. And it goes a really, really long way. So I would say the opportunity is very accessible out here. It's right in front of you. You just have to go get it. And I think there's a lot of people out here that maybe just haven't seen that. Maybe they're just used to growing up here. They don't know what it's like to not have all of these crazy things. Like you go down the street in New Jersey, you're not going to see a Lamborghini every 5 minutes. When you stand in the corner here, it's Corvette, Porsche, and it's insane.
Well, this is like arguably the most expensive part of the state, and the most wealthy part of it too. I mean, Scottsdale and Paradise Valley are where like a lot of those big players you're talking about live, and they've got mansions and things like that. That's like what Summerlin is out where I live in Las Vegas. So that's where Mark Wahlberg has a golf course and mansion. I think it was somebody told me he had a golf course too, but he has a mansion for sure. Nicolas Cage has one out there. That's where a lot of the performers that work on the strip, like David Copperfield and them, most of them will have mansions. If it's not Summerlin, it's Lake Las Vegas, the other side of the valley. But those are the two richest parts of our area, and they kind of have that Scottsdale feel, especially Summerlin. So I get what you're saying right there, man. And there's people that live in those areas that forget, like you said, what it's like to not have that. And they lose their sense of humility too. That's the problem. But people like yourself who didn't come from that in New Jersey, it's easy to keep that because it's like, okay, I didn't grow up with this, and I've got all this abundance of connections, like you said, in the middle of the desert. But here's the thing about this middle of the desert city. I don't know if you knew this. Phoenix is the sixth most populous city in the whole country.
Yeah, for good reasons.
Yeah, it's huge. So the whole metro area here has 6 million people.
Yeah.
And in entrepreneurs, even if that's 10%, that's still 600,000 entrepreneurs, man. That's a lot. Like, Vegas has gotten pretty good with that too. Like when I run an ad, it'll say the reach estimated to be 300-something thousand entrepreneurs. If I really add up the ad spend, because our valley has almost 3 million people, but there are plenty of small business owners out there too. Mm-hmm. And so it's like we have half the number of people you do, but thankfully the turnouts to the events are, quite similar. So just like here's like where I live, it's pretty great, like seeing all these entrepreneurs in both places really get connected. I actually was supposed to bring a guy here from Vegas yesterday who also works in insurance, but he had to pull out last minute because there was a claim on some property damage that came up that he had to answer for. And I was like, okay, well, let's try again next time. But he really wanted to come and meet you all. Great dude, just a loyal attendee. He does a lot for the Vegas community, so I appreciate him. But like yourself, man, Goosehead Insurance, you're doing some good things with them too. You said you affiliate with 40 companies or something like that?
Just about, yeah. Just about in Arizona markets.
Okay. And how many states are you licensed in? Is it just Arizona?
So I have my license in Arizona, Texas, and New Jersey, but I have resources in all 50 states.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so even if I can't personally do it,
yeah.
I have a really good friend who can.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, definitely. Any connections you have in Nevada, I'll let my people know. Yeah, absolutely, because I want to help you as well, man. So, when you left New Jersey, what did you not miss about it besides the snow?
That's a good question. Besides the snow, it's always sunny here most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
that helps a lot.
There's no seasonal depression. There's some great filters, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But besides that, a lot of it is just energy. Like, you feel it out here.
Yeah.
You feel it when you walk around and you see all, like we were talking about just a few minutes ago, the cars, and you see the houses, and it's tangible. You see the people that are driving them, and you're meeting them, figuring out what they do, what are their habits, what works for them. And I just wasn't really exposed to that out east. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't the type of caliber of people that I came across. But the energy when you're out here, you feel it. You want to push a little harder. You want to go get it because all these people have it, and it's almost just like social proof that it's possible to live here and do insurance or run a networking group and make it big. So I think just being able to see with my own two eyes, it's not something that I've been just seeing on my phone for the last 20 years. Yeah. So I think that has been huge, and it's hard to go back home and compare. Yeah. Because it almost feels like I'm losing that energy. Like it's kind of getting sucked out of me when I go home.
Especially if it's a cloudy day.
Yeah, and if there's snow, it's like
winter's not really great on the East Coast, and it's pretty bad in the Midwest where I'm from. Yeah. So I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually originally from just outside Chicago.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So I understand it the same way, how the winters get and how cloudy it gets and how depressing that can be, and it can weigh on your mood heavily. I have not lived in the Midwest in 15 years, but I do visit periodically, and I do have an amazing family out there. It's good to see. When it comes to insurance, what do you enjoy most about working in insurance, like in this field of work specifically? Like, where do you get the most gratification when it comes to serving your clients?
It's a good question. I think just, being able to work a job that allows me to talk to so many people every single day has been one of my favorite parts. Getting to know my clients, even though we're just on the phone and never really meet them face to face. We spend, a decent amount of time on the phone together, and you get to know them, get to help them, and just getting those deals across the finish line it's pretty gratifying. Knowing you genuinely helped someone. Like when I first started, we did a deal for this one very sweet lady, and I think we saved her like $5,000 a year. That's huge for her.
Especially if she was looking at Social Security or something.
Yeah, well, she had force-placed insurance from, so it was crazy to be able to put her in a better financial situation and making a difference in her life. Like it was such a really, really gratifying feeling. And you're not going to save everyone $5,000.
No,
that was, it was a great outcome. But even,
testimonial for sure.
Yeah, even just being able to lower someone's payment by like $50 a month can be, big for
that's
some people.
still $600 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's no small fee is what I mean. Like, of course that's something, but yeah, saving $600 a year, $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month. So
$5,000 a year.
Oh, wait, did I hear that right?
Other way around.
Could you imagine if you were able to save her that much a month? And
well, if you're paying $5,000 a month, you have a problem.
Well, there are, there's a lot of insurance companies that do rip people off. See, the thing is, we know all these different insurance companies in the entrepreneur space. I'm curious how you feel when you get around other people in other insurance companies, like when it comes to Josh, Dave, and these other people. Like, do you feel like it's kind of a heated competition inside, or do you just feel like these people can choose for themselves what works best for them based on our coverage plans? Like, I'm curious about that when you're dealing with what's competitors, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think competition is always healthy. It pushes us all to be better than we were before.
There you go.
And I'm not too concerned with competition. I'm a very honest broker.
Yeah.
So if I'm not gonna be able to get you the best rate or the best fit with X amount of carriers I have for your situation, I'll go tell you, hey, I got this guy, he might have a better option for you. Or hey, whoever quoted you out before you came to me, looks like they got you a better deal, and I will let you know that. So I'm just more like for the people, I want to make sure you're getting in the best spot. I like to sleep at night, so.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. When Dave started Wicked Awesome Happy Hour, people were asking him, "Yeah, you got all these insurance people in. Why do you let them in?" Oh, he's like, "I don't care." And sure enough, it turned into this big thing because it was mostly people in his field of work that were coming to these. So I found that interesting. That like it's nice to see that all you guys can get along. Most people, you were telling me about calls that you take all day. A lot of people, they cannot handle the idea of doing calls all day. Like, oh my God, I gotta call these people all day. Oh, sales calls. But you like take it with a smile on your face, chin up, and you said that you enjoy it apparently, talking to all these people. What do you enjoy the most about getting on the phone with all these people throughout the day, considering a lot of other people would scoff at that?
I think the way I like to kind of view it is just treat it like a game. It's like, how many people can I call today and have a genuine conversation with? And everyone's different. I mean, you're ringing that phone, you have no idea who that person is in the line.
Yeah.
You don't know what they like, what they're going through. So it's just kind of like a luck of the draw.
Okay.
Are they going to answer? Are they not? I don't know. Are they going to be nice? Some people are very mean on the phone.
Yeah.
But when you treat it like a game, take away the emotion behind it, it becomes a lot more tolerable.
Yeah.
Because think about when, people cold call you, you're usually like, all right, this is the third person that's cold called me today, like, get off my phone.
Yeah.
So being able to separate your line of work from the emotional side of things, of getting upset because I called this person and they cursed me out and blah blah blah, but that person's dad could have died a week ago. Like you have no idea what these people are going through.
Empathy is important.
Yeah, so being able to understand that, like, okay, I did my job, I called them, they weren't super happy about it. I'm not gonna let that one little moment ruin the rest of my call log.
No,
so just being able to detach a little bit from that has been big, because I mean it's hard to not take it personally. Because it's just a different perspective you have. But when you can put yourself in their shoes and understand like that side of it, then you start to, I think, kind of understand the reactions a little bit more.
No, absolutely, and you make a really good point on that. There's, I ask that because there's people that have said so many times I've talked to, they're like, oh man, I could never do a bunch of sales calls all day. I could never, they just don't think they can handle it, because the thought of calling, like, how many people on average do you call a day?
I mean, it depends. On the higher side, I think I got up to like 100.
Okay.
Lower side can be, 20 people.
So you're averaging, let's say like 60, because that's right in between 20 and 100. So let's say, even if it's 60 a day, people just don't seem like they can handle that. They're just like, oh, that's a lot of calls. But it's like, first of all, you might only have a 3-minute call in one spot. Maybe, you just get down to the business right away, and then another call is 20 minutes. I mean, how long is your average call?
An average call is probably like 5 seconds, because they usually don't answer.
Oh, okay. Well, that should make it easier for you all if you're on the sales call team and you need to take that deep breath before you make all those calls.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 70% chance that they don't even answer in the first place.
Wow.
But when they do, it can vary. You have your talkers. I had one guy, we were on the phone for maybe like an hour and a half. That was a long conversation. But you can also have deals that only take 20 minutes, super quick. You had all the loan information, they had everything ready, you were able to find everything online, like just super smooth. That happens. So it kind of depends on the person. It's like it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
So I guess from what that sounds like, it makes the calling thing more interesting for you, because you know that it's not going to be the same exact type of call every time. You're not going to be the same exact type of person.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, luck of the draw, you're like, okay, I got 10 more calls in me today, but every single one can be different, and maybe 5 of them actually answer their phone.
Yeah.
So
5 would be great. 5
there's no, but I'm saying there's no redundancy in that. Because it's like, okay, every single call is different. Either they answer, they're nice, they're mean, the conversation's long, or the conversation is short and straight to the point. So that keeps things interesting for sure in insurance. That's great. And then what types of insurance do you work with the most? Is it property? Is it auto? Is it life? Like, what types of insurance do you work with the most?
Mainly the home and auto right now.
Okay.
Bringing on some life products soon, very soon, so I'll have a lot more to offer there.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly the single family homes, new home buyers. I've done a lot of those. Done some auto reshops just for people who saw their rates go up, got into an accident recently. So we do a lot of them, and actually, funnily enough, a lot of investment properties.
Oh, nice.
So if you have rental units, condos, we have stuff for that. If you're building a new home, we have stuff for that. Fixing and flipping, we have stuff for that.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of investors, really cool to work with, and if you find someone that has 20 properties, quote all of them out. See if, hey, we can get all of these houses in one spot, bundle it all together. Or maybe not, we put 3 with this company because they're coming out better for the risk that this company prefers, then we'll do it there. Put 5 other here, it's just kind of what the best fit is for each individual property in each situation.
No, that's awesome. One thing I learned from an insurance agent, the one who's supposed to come with me from Vegas yesterday, is about hidden liabilities in people's homes. And I'm sure that you've touched upon this with people too. what they don't realize is that even just having a trampoline or a bounce house or a pool at your house, if you don't have coverage for those things, it can lead to a very expensive lawsuit.
Yeah.
So how important is an umbrella policy for a homeowner?
It's very important. There's a lot of factors that go into getting an umbrella. Like you said, pool, trampoline. You should definitely start considering it. If you have even one of the two, if you have both, you should probably have an umbrella policy. But you also, there's contingencies with that. So your auto limits have to be at, I think it's like $250,000, $500,000 splits for bodily injury.
Okay.
Like there are other requirements on your home and auto policy, mainly auto, that you need to have in order to even be considered for an umbrella policy. So I say that because I think it's actually a benefit. You want to be at those auto limits anyways.
Yep.
So it's important to, kind of consider bumping that up for two reasons. For more coverage, you're, fully protected and you're eligible for the umbrella. I see so many people coming with state minimums. They're so price focused. They want to squeeze every dollar. If they can half their coverage,
how does
save
an
like
umbrella
$10.
save money per item compared to if you had those all individually? Like, because typically umbrella is higher cost overall, but not higher cost per piece of coverage, right?
Yeah. So
like for example, when you have car and renters, it only adds like $20 compared to doing renters and cars separate. So can you explain that to people how umbrellas can be affordable for them?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you have to have the underlying limits on the autos, and usually you use the umbrella when you have a home and you have risks like that. So I don't think it's more of like a price thing. If you're going for an umbrella, you're more coverage focused to begin with, because it's going to be more expensive to add, an extra, I don't know, $90 a year, $100 a year on a policy. It's not. I would say it's not like crazy expensive, but when we're talking umbrella, we're not nickeling and diming it. We're going for what we need.
Yeah,
and that's usually the type of people that are going for an umbrella anyways.
Yeah. Well, no, I was saying that because I think too it's important to help other people understand that you're not nickel and diming, and there is coverage, and even $100 extra per year is not that bad. I think a lot of people see it as they're paying hundreds extra a month. They don't really understand, because most people are not educated on that part of insurance. They don't even know that you should have an umbrella policy with a trampoline and a pool in their yard.
Yeah.
Some people, they just have it, and then somebody gets an injury, and then they sue the homeowner for $100,000+. I've heard about horror stories where the homeowner was sued for $1 million.
Yeah, that's when you would need an umbrella, because most home policies only write up to like $500,000 in liability.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard for a maximum.
Yeah.
So that's when you have big lawsuits like that and pretty tough situations, that's when it's nice to have that umbrella kick in.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, people will sue if they get hurt on your property. So this part's meant to be educational for you guys. Like, take notes, learn from Brian, give Brian a call. Any umbrella policy you're looking for in your home, I mean, it depends on the property obviously and what it has, but that was some liabilities I wanted to bring up because that's what Pablo brought up, and I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, and it's important for autos too. Say you get into a pileup accident and you're the one that caused it.
Yeah.
And you got 10 cars behind you. Guess what? You're responsible for that. You started that entire accident.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pretty expensive claim.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to pay out a decent amount. So that's when you wish you had an umbrella policy. And whenever I hear people that are like price focused, price conscious, I get it, but it's like you're paying $100 a month for an insurance policy that wouldn't even cover you completely. And your deductibles are through the roof because you jacked them up because you wanted the price to be $20, $30 less a month.
That's not even that much if you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but people think that is. It's like today's dollars, 20 and 30 isn't that much. I mean, that's how much you spend on basically 3 coffees.
Yeah, and I'm just throwing out random numbers, obviously.
No, but I mean, like you're giving a good example there.
Yeah.
It's like, they're like, oh, I gotta save 25, 30, 50 a month. It's like, how much of that is spent on your morning coffees?
Right.
Like, you're saving yourself, so you're saving yourself the price of 5 coffees. Why don't you spend that amount in insurance?
Yeah, and
Coverage, you save yourself millions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, you have state minimums in your car, and you decided to save $100 extra a month.
Mm-hmm.
But when that claim happens,
Yeah.
you're only covered for half the damage. Then do you have $25,000? What's more expensive, that or the $1,200 you would have spent extra a year?
Well, not only that, I mean, even if you have the 25,000, why would you want to spend it on that? Don't you want to just have peace of mind coverage where even if you have all that money, you'd rather spend it on other things like building a business or additions to your home instead of spending it on, insurance liability? So that's why it's important, again, to have umbrella coverage.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing about state minimums,
Yeah.
some carriers actually will deny you
Yeah.
for even applying for coverage if you have state minimums, because they see that's how you evaluate risk. You're more risky. You're a riskier target for them.
Yep.
So even if you just bump it one level above, just do it. Like, do not have state minimums. It's not good for your insurance score. It's not good for your coverage because most things are more expensive anyways.
Yep.
So it's like, are you really going to get a full payout? Are you going to be completely covered? What are we paying for this insurance policy for?
Yeah.
So I think when you start to frame it that way, and like you said, education is huge because you don't learn about insurance in school. I mean, it's not the most sexy business. It's not.
Neither are mortgages, but you need to understand those for home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it is important to kind of know the why things are the way they are. Why it's worth to pay a little bit more. Just for the peace of mind.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like you said, peace of mind right there. That sums a lot of it up. I mean, do you want to go to sleep with worry, or do you want to just go to sleep knowing, okay, I got this company that does a lot of coverage for me for a very reasonable price every month?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy expensive, and shopping around can be pretty frustrating, talking to like 8 different insurance agents. It does help to work with a broker that can do it for you, and it's gonna put you in the best spot.
And then, how's everything been going with your closing table networking group Monday events?
It's been great. It's slowly growing, which was expected. Been doing it for 7 months now. Started in August, so just about.
What's your highest attendance for a single one?
I think we had about like 50 people at
That's
one,
pretty good.
which was great for, I think it was like our 3rd or 4th event.
Mm-hmm.
So I was super stoked about that. It's been a really cool experience, not only being able to build a community, but also start another business, go into business with a friend of mine. So
that's awesome.
It's been a really cool experience,
Yeah.
and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
There you go, man. Yeah, I wanted to go to yours on Monday, but it wasn't until the morning of that Pablo texted me he couldn't make it anymore, and he wasn't going to be available to join us on Monday. So, but I do want to come to one of yours soon. But like I was saying at the event yesterday, we are together making the 3rd week of the month the best week to network, and I think it is perfect that you have yours on Monday, because then I don't have to worry on 3rd Tuesday about conflicting with anybody I know. Like, it's yours, then mine, then Dave's, then Arizona Entrepreneurs in the same week. I mean, they're all solid events, and those of you in the Arizona area that are looking for a whole week of solid networking with over 300 individuals combined, you're going to want to go to all 4 of our events if you can. Because if you do that and you're good at the follow-up game, and if you meet these people and you actually bring genuine value and connection, and you don't be shoving your business card down their throat, you're setting yourself up for a lot of success on the 3rd week of the month.
Yeah, I mean, testimony enough. Been here for 8 months and I have a microphone in my hand. So, there is a ton of power in networking, and I think, especially the East Valley between here all the way down to Chandler, the Wicked Awesome. There's so much opportunity to just meet the one right person that can change your life.
Yeah. And did you say you're going to be at Dave's event tonight?
Should be. That's the plan.
All right, that would be awesome to see you there, man. And is there anything you want to close off this podcast with? Any message you want to leave for the viewers?
It's a good question. I won't get too deep with it, but I think one thing that keeps me going, because being an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur with a full-time job and a part-time gig and hobbies and friends, it can be tough at times to find the willpower to keep going. Thinking, man, like, am I even cut out for this? You start to run into imposter syndrome. Like I said yesterday, I was like, not really qualified to be standing up here, but here I am.
Everybody disagree with that. You absolutely were.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course.
But one thing that I've been living by the past couple months is it's pretty impossible to fail if you don't stop trying. If you just keep throwing stuff at the wall, keep getting after it, keep learning from mistakes, you at some point will find success. And I think, having that mindset, maybe it's delusional, maybe it's the truth, I don't know, but it helps. I don't even want to say coping, but maybe coping with the fact that it's a scary jump to take to get into business. So just reminding yourself that it's going to work itself out. I just, need to trust in myself, the people around me to support me, and you believe in God and trust that his faith in you is going to be enough to get you across the finish line.
Love that, man. That's all great stuff right there. And where can people find you? On social media, website?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Brian.Bressler or on Facebook at Brian Bressler.
There you go. And do you have a website? Or is it just a Goosehead Insurance Agency?
We're working on BrianBressler.com right now. So
there you go.
We're working on
so it's in the works. Give it some time.
Yeah.
All right. And then you can find us at Impact Social Nights on Instagram. Dylan Rouser is my personal page, DYLANROSNER. And Nevada-entrepreneurs.com is where I list the events for both, because these are the expansion version of those Nevada Entrepreneurs events. I want to thank you all for viewing this episode. If you got any real value out of it or you like it, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. And Brian, thank you for being on this episode.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, Dylan.